It's a true inspiration for our industry as well, for us at the HVAC sector. And speaking about HVAC, I'm happy that we can introduce you to my dear colleague, Olle Glassel, our Vice President, Marketing and Sales at Systemair Group, or how I would call him, a true legend at our company. Olle, how does it feel to be here today?
I have to say it feels great and to meet all the guests and be in this inspiring environment. So I'm happy to be here and thank you for coming to all of you.
Thanks a lot. Same for all of us. Olle, the floor is you.
Thank you, Morten. What is the first things that comes to people's mind when they're thinking about buildings? And people, I'm not referring to most of you are here because you belong to the industry. Is it design, like this interesting example of an urban gardening? Or skyscrapers, like this stunning cityscape of Hong Kong? Or fantasies about a wooden treehouse built together with your children in the middle of the forest? What does not usually come to people's mind when they're thinking about buildings are things like, how efficient is the chiller on my roof? Huh? Or how clean is the air indoors? And do I receive enough fresh, well-filtered air in the building I'm in? Most likely not, they are thinking about which refrigerant flows through my pipes and what impact does it have on the environment. So, there are certain things in life we could take for granted, and HVAC is certainly one of them. But it shouldn't be taken for granted. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to change the narrative and get the importance of ventilation up on the agenda and in people's minds. And that is why we have titled our campaign here at the Expo 2020, Let's Vent. And as we heard from Mr. Roland Kasper in his welcome speech, there is something we need to ventilate. And it's not just the Swedish pavilion here at the Expo 2020. And why is this? Of course, ventilation plays an essential role in providing a healthy environment. And especially COVID-19 should have showed everyone how important ventilation actually is. And it's more. Good indoor air enables our children to learn more and better. And it contributes to make them focus and stay attentive longer during school hours. And us to be more productive at work. The times of poor ventilation and sticky air offices should be a thing of the past. And it's more. We should remember that cooling is not just for human comfort. It also keeps many processes running, such as data centers. And it is about food safety, and it contributes to reduce the food waste in the world. So far, I've been through the perception people having on buildings and the importance of HVAC. The industry might take it for given, but it shouldn't be taken for granted. Because HVAC is a major global energy user. An example, here in Dubai, roughly 85% of a commercial building's total energy use comes from cooling, ventilation, and heating. And we should also acknowledge that many refrigerants applied today contribute to the global warming. And the growing population, the urbanization, and the digital revolution leads to an ever-increasing demand of HVAC technologies, which are good for us in the industry. It's an opportunity. But what does it also mean? It means that we have to do our part in tackling the challenges of tomorrow and flattening or even reversing the curve of energy use while the population is growing. As you probably know, most of you, we can see a number of promised governmental actions. EU Fit for 55, and that is the plan package to reduce the net greenhouse gas emissions with at least 55% by 2030. UAE unveils net zero initiative for 2050. And Saudi Arabia pledges to reach net zero carbon emission by 2060. And the plan there is to cut the carbon emission by over 270 million tons a year. So, we all play an important role in tackling the challenges. Government, associations, investors, all the way out to the end users. And how? We should come together and tackle the challenges, and at the same time we should utilize the opportunities. And for government and associations, we should work together to continue to introduce minimum requirements such as energy efficiency, indoor air quality, for refrigerants, which are demanding. I don't think we should be shy in innovating in the industry. Enforced and monitored. We should take it from theory to reality. It should be based on proven standards, which are technology neutral. We should set the limit, leave it us to the market to meet the limit, so we're not creating any trade barriers. Who would have thought a while ago that supermarkets in hot climates can be chilled with CO2 these days? Or that an increasing number of room air conditioners utilizing propane. And that is, of course, driven by the F-gas regulation from 2015 in Europe. For investors, let's realize that healthy indoor air and low energy use pays off. It's a value for your clients and for you, so it's a business opportunity. Low quality and poor performance tends to be more expensive over the time and less sustainable. And let's face it, there is no real alternative to sustainability in the longer perspective for none of us. And for many of you, designers, consultants, and installers, apply quality performance certification schemes. But please remember, the certifications, they verify that the catalog data are correct, not necessarily always that they are good. So look beyond the label and reflect on the provided data. Ensure that your specifications reflects the latest standards and technologies. Because as we know, there are several sustainable solutions out there, but they tend to require a bit of a push to be utilized as widely as possible. As you saw earlier, here at the Swedish Pavilion, I think we are really proud. Our products actually providing 60% indoor cooling recovery. By, as you heard, absorption technology, only 40% has to be addressed with the compressor cooling. It's really impressive. But let us apply and further improve what we already have. There are many solutions out there. Energy efficient EC fans, air handling units with energy recovery, smart demand control ventilation systems, products with integrated controls for cloud monitoring, preventive maintenance to secure the performance for the products over the entire lifetime. And for the end users, give indoor air a high indoor air quality, a high value in the daily life. Make them understand the concept of ventilation. Here, for example, this traditional room air conditioner, they do not provide fresh air. So, let us work together to achieve a better indoor air quality with minimum energy use. By showing everyone why ventilation and healthy indoor air matters, and what is a better opportunity than here at the Expo 2020. As you saw earlier on your digital tour, we can show everyone what we actually are doing in an interactive and easy to understand manner. And as you saw, this is our interactive 3D web application for the Swedish pavilion, where we actually also showing the energy use comparison with more traditional solutions. So, let us take advantage and embrace digital technologies. I mean, who says that HVAC cannot be as innovative as a smartphone or a self-driving electrical car? We should continue to bring digital technologies into the industry to visualize and make our solutions more user-friendly. And here's another example. This is our HVAC Product Pro application. And what you have in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, is a BA Smart Unit. So this is a good way of utilizing modern technologies. And here you can see the functionality of the unit. We can also display the performance, again, in different conditions. I suggest you test it out yourself later on tonight on the screens on the roof terrace, so you can try it out. Let us make everyone understand HVAC's impact on the environment and the society. It's essential today and in tackling the challenges of tomorrow. So, finally, from us at Systemair to all of you, please join us and spread the message, let's vent. Thank you and have a great evening.
Olle, thanks so much for your speech today. I think all of us are now even a little bit prouder to work in the HVAC sector.